guard here. So we need to take out the wiper blades. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this off, yank that off, make sure you don't lose it. And same thing here, just yank it off. They're the same thing, so you can mix these up, but do not mix up the wipers arms, okay? They are they are a little bit different. So we're gonna remove this bolt here and that bolt over there. Okay, so to get both of these out, you're gonna need a ratchet with the 14mm counterclockwise. Make sure you put your hand on this. You don't want to force a motor. So this is loose. I'm gonna do the same thing over there. And try not to lose these bolts. This comes off and this comes off. There you go. Both of these are off. Put it on safe. Now these arms, you should be able to wiggle these out. Notice, make sure you put them back on the same spot, okay? And after that, make sure you test it, because you don't want wiper arm to be at the wrong place. But that's out. Make sure you keep it in order. Same thing here. Some cars, this won't come out. You would have to probably just use the puller here, okay? This was pretty easy. Even these, sometimes they won't come out that easy. Anyways, that's out. The next step is for us to get this whole panel off. This panel is not too difficult, but let me get my camera and the light. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna just pull on these. You see this? You push on those and pull upward, okay? Oh, there's another one here. So I'm gonna do all that, but I'm gonna need both of my hands, Harley, and then use a screwdriver or something, okay? So I do have something. This one's out already. This one's not out. There you go. They come out pretty easy if you push on them and pull. Push in and pull. Push in and pull. So this cover is gonna come out pretty easy, and it's gonna be stuck into these corners here. So you're gonna have to work some magic here, okay? So there is gonna be like a little slot that goes in here. You're gonna yank this open, just gently. Okay, because this is like it goes into that. You see that? It goes in two different spots. One down here, one over here, and then this thing is pretty much gonna come down and forward. Same thing on the opposite side. You don't want to break this side either. So pull up here and then upwards. And this whole cover will come out, and you will have access to the wiper motor, the transmission, all that good stuff down there. Let's put that down. So there you go. Okay, if for any reason your wiper motor has one bad, this is what you're looking at. Wiper motor here. It does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wires: red, blue, black, green, and then you have a black and white with white stripe in it. And you can disconnect from right here. And a lot of times, if your linkages break here, if this linkage here breaks, even these rubber bushings here, if they come off, your wiper motor will only probably turn on one side, not the other. If this one breaks, everything just disconnects, okay? Everything stops working. But if this bottom one breaks from either side, that wiper won't work, but this one will work. Sometimes your bolt is loose, even though everything is working. But there you go. If you need to replace it, it's easy. You can check out this video. I was doing a strut on this particular vehicle, and I came across how to remove this. So you can even buy these little pieces, these bushings. You can buy them separately. These linkages, like 30, 40 bucks each, and most of the time they break off, and motor will turn. But if you want to put in the motor, make sure you mark everything, and make sure you have the motor in the correct position, because you don't want wipers to shoot out further than they're supposed to, okay? So put it in, mark everything, make sure it's in a neutral position, and then make sure you put it on, and then turn it on before you put the wipers on. Everything should be working, and just figure out where it stops, and you put the wipers in there, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the number 10 here, 10mm socket. That's what you're gonna need. Whenever you're doing this job, make sure you pay attention to the length of the bolts, because they can be shorter and longer. You don't want to put a bolt, shorter one at long place, long one at short. While you add it in there, make sure you clean up everything inside there. So let's put this somewhere safe. And we have one more down in here. We're gonna have to reach in there. Okay, it's loose, but not that loose. Should be out now. Okay, so same length so far. So I got one more bolt to go over there in that end. Let's turn our camera that way. Okay, here goes nothing on this last one. Toyota has not changed this system in years. Okay, I've seen this in 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Siennas, 10, 11, 12, everything pretty much. This is 2017. So pretty much this is loose. You do have like a little bushing right here. There's a little grommet here. So you need to pull this towards you a little bit if you're standing here, and then just pull it out of there. Just be careful with the windshield. You don't want to damage the windshield. And we'll just let it sit over here. And you can disconnect here if you like. But if you change your shirt, that's all you need. Okay, so let's go further. All right, this is done. So to put this back, if you want to change this motor, you have two little Allens here, and the motor comes right out, okay? And it comes out of this whole base, and you can change the motor out if you like, or the whole transmission. But to put this back in, you're just gonna guide it. Be careful with the windshield, and be careful with those two cables. That's a sensor for the rain sensor. But this goes in just like that. Once you have it in place, you just, this little grommet here, just yank on it and everything just sits in place. And then you're gonna take your 3 bolts. Make sure you catch all 3 before you tighten anything. Okay, made a small little mistake. So this guy has to, let's pull it back out. This end has to sit over here, right out here. Okay, so this has to be right here. Let's bring it back a little bit. There you go. And then you can just push it back and everything sits properly. Put this bolt here. There you go. And then I'll do the one on that end. And then we got one more, which is a little bit hidden right down here. Alright, got that one in, and all we need to do is lock up 3 bolts. Then we'll put the whole lid on, the cover, and we're done. Just make sure your 3 bolts for the shirt is nice and tight. That's how you're gonna remove this wiper transmission and put it back in. And if you need to do the wiper motor, you're looking right at it. All right, so this is the last one. There you go. Make sure everything is nice and tight. Strut bolts are tight. Everything is good. All right, so that big part, we're gonna put the big cover on. So that cover needs to slide in, get into these clips, and this has clips, those has to go in. Okay, so here comes the big cover. Let's slide this in. Okay. Gotta work with a little bit and it should go in easily. Okay, so I got this in. You just gotta yank that in there. And then we're gonna put this guy in from both sides. There you go. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. Okay, the last step is we're gonna put this wiper on and that wiper on. Make sure you do not mix these two up. So this one goes here, you can set it, you see the dust, just align it, same place where the dust was. And after that, you can just simply test it. Okay, the long wiper goes here. Don't forget your 14 millimeter and a 14 millimeter. And do not forget to tighten these. So to tighten these, make sure you hold this and you turn the bolt. Just give it good snug. And that's it. Same thing here. Make sure it sits in proper place. Turn, turn, turn. And lock it up. Bada bing, bada boom. And don't forget your two covers. They clip right on. And that's how you're going to change everything on this car. Thank you and bye-bye.